Guys, I'm going to show you how to change out your clutch on the Z125 Pro. I went ahead and drained the oil, got all these bolts loose. So, just going to pull the cover off. I went ahead and taken this loose as well, 2 bolts here and then the spring. And now that you got it apart, leave all together, you got to take bearing out. There's a nut there. Once you pull this nut loose, you can take the whole center section out of the clutch and you can leave the gear and everything in there. So give me 1 second, I'll get that loose. Alright guys, I just hit this with a little impact to take it loose. Take the nut out. And what I would recommend is marking your crank and your bolt if you can. That way it makes it a lot easier to put it back together. Let's see if I had a Sharpie somewhere. Anyway, if you got a Sharpie, just mark it. I'm just going to pay attention here. And you take your whole center section out like that. Now your clutch is out. Be careful when you take these bolts out because they got springs behind them holding tension. So I'm going to go ahead and take the bolts out of the clutch and I'll be right back with you. Alright guys, so got this loose, last bolt there, and I want to show you, see how this goes. This lip always goes to the outside, that's for your bearing. You can see all the little springs in there. Go ahead and take them out. We're not going to reuse them with a race clutch. And I want to show you when you pull this off. Alright, I want to show you. Look at the clutch pad. The outermost clutch pad goes clockwise. So on the race clutch, it doesn't have any directions on it, so it doesn't matter. But if you was doing this to the factory, you want to make sure that everything is going clockwise, okay? And all you do is you separate it. With a stock clutch, the end and the top are different, and the ones in the middle are like that. Alright, so give me 1 minute to get my other clutch, and I'll be right back with you. Alright guys, so we're going to start out with a pad, alright? Take your clutch that you've been soaking. I soaked this for a couple days, so why not? And then take your friction pad, and it really shouldn't matter which way you put it in there. It looks the same on both sides. So go ahead, and then you're gonna do another pad. And see, there's no directions on these. They can go either way. Just remember that first one is clocked a little bit. All right, and then another friction disc. Alright. Another pad. Another disc here. And I mean, I soaked it real good, so you don't have to worry about a dry start. Then you got another pad here. Make sure you try to line them up a little bit. The last disc here, and then another pad. Alright, that sits right there. And then if you look, there's a casting marking here, and there's a marking there, so I always line mine up just to play it safe. And then that should be it for the clutch. Pretty easy to do. Makes a mess, so just be ready, because that's a lot of oil you have to put on these things. The manual says just to coat each side lightly, but give me 1 minute. I'm gonna set the springs on here and I'll be right back with you. Alright guys, I'm gonna show you the difference here. Here's stock, here's the aftermarket. Can't hardly squeeze that one. These are pretty easy, so you can see huge difference here. Are a little taller, a little bigger in diameter, so that's going to be fun to tighten down. as well. But you just take all your springs, you set them on the groove. Alright. And I recommend pushing it out just a little bit, because remember, your bearing is going to sit there in the metal. So if not, you may run into an issue where your bearing won't mount. Alright, lined up there. Now, these look, they're the same length, so this is going to be interesting. Okay, got it started. Remember, make sure that these screws go between the spring, okay? It's pretty easy to mess that up, so I always recommend checking it. And then what I'll do is I'll tighten down 3 in a star shape, and then once I get them kind of snug, I'll go back and check it with the torque wrench. So just make sure, or if you really want to do it right, just torque it down in a star pattern. So here, 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 and then vice versa, until you get it tightened down to the torque spec, and I'll tell you what it is here in a second. Alright guys, so I'm pretty close here toward the end. I'm just gonna tighten it a little bit here. .54 inch-pound is what it says. And it may take me a second or so to get this snug here toward the end, so just bear with me here. Got to keep spinning it until you get it on there flat and even. That one's real loose. Now it's starting to come together. Just kind of bouncing around here to make sure each one is snug. It's getting there. Give me 1 minute here. I'll go ahead and get them all snug and then show you how I torque it. Alright guys, so I'm just checking it here. Torqued. 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 Alright. And last one. Okay, that's it right there. And now that I have it torqued, I'm going to show you guys how to slide the clutch pack back in there. That's the fun part. So let's get you up here. You can see. Get you at a slight angle there. All right, so you grab your clutch. Go ahead and line these up the best you can. The key word is the best you can, since it's already tightened. I may have to loosen a little bit to get these to line up. Normally they just wiggle right into place, but I don't know. These new springs are a lot tighter, so let me loosen that back up a little bit and I'll be back with you. Alright guys, so what we had to do is actually take the whole clutch off, slide the packs in it. These new springs are so tight that you can't even hardly turn any of the disc with almost all the tension off of it. So I'm just going to run these in real quick and then I'll torque them one more time. Alright guys, so I went ahead and I've got everything pretty much back together here. Just make sure that goes on good. good. I'm just gonna hit it with the impact just lightly here. 52 foot-pound is what the book says. Last time I did 52 foot-pound, I broke the clutch. So, I'm not gonna do that. And this impact's not very strong, so I'm not too worried about it. All right, that's her. And then put your little bearing in there. See how your bearing goes? In. And you just wanna push it in there even like. That's her. Everything's tight, clutch is tight, gear's tight. This here, I took off the original counterbalance shaft and put a lightweight gear on it. I'm gonna test that out to let you guys know. I am gonna be reusing my gasket here. Nothing tore, still looks good. And that should, I'll reuse it, but if it does leak, I'll replace it. It's always good to go ahead and replace the gasket. Give me just 1 minute here. I want to show you this plunger real quick. Make sure that this plunger is in place when you put it back together. Okay. All right, guys. So now what you want to do is just kind of take them in, snug. Remember that little star pattern I was telling you about? Try to do that with it. Never hurts to get them all snugged up here. Alright, just make sure you get them all snug. Good. That's her, she's back together. As easy as that. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.